Welcome to Speakeasy English Podcast, where English becomes simple.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to Speakeasy English Podcast. I'm Kate, and today's episode might truly change the way you learn English forever. Join me as I take on the challenge of thinking fluently English for an entire day, no pauses, no translations, just pure English. Have you ever felt like you understand English perfectly? But when it's time to speak, your mind goes completely blank. You know what you want to say, but the words just don't come out. You're not alone. Millions of learners around the world feel exactly the same way. They can read, they can listen, but when it's time to speak, they freeze. Because they're still thinking in their native language first. But don't worry. Today, I'll help you fix that. We'll learn how to stop translating and start thinking directly in English, naturally, clearly, confidently. I'll show you why this simple shift can completely change your fluency. And you'll practice with me through real shadowing exercises, step by step, so your brain starts switching to English mode. By the end of this session, you'll not only understand English, you'll feel it deep inside. So grab your headphones, relax your mind, and let's begin this beautiful journey together. Before we start practicing, let's talk about why thinking in English matters so much, and how it transforms your fluency from inside out. When you think in English, everything starts to feel easier. You don't need to stop and translate every single word. You don't get stuck trying to remember the grammar rule. You just speak naturally, smoothly. Thinking in English is like changing the language of your mind. Your brain begins to build English sentences automatically, without needing to pass through your native language first. And that's when fluency happens. When you can express your thoughts freely, when the words start to come out without fear or hesitation. Let's try a short shadowing warm-up together. Repeat with me slowly first, then naturally. Repeat slowly. I can think in English. Now naturally. I can think in English. Repeat slowly. I don't need to translate. Now naturally. I don't need to translate. Repeat slowly. English feels natural to me. Now naturally. English feels natural to me. Every time you repeat these sentences, you're reprogramming your brain to believe it, and soon it becomes real. Thinking in English also helps with listening. You'll start to understand people faster because your brain no longer wastes time translating. You'll just get it. It also improves pronunciation because when you think in English, you hear the sounds in your mind the same way native speakers do. And the more you practice this connection between thought and language, the stronger it becomes. So remember, thinking in English means speaking faster, listening better, and feeling more confident. Every single day. Let's move on now to something very important, the most common mistakes that stop learners from thinking in English. Many learners try for months or even years to improve their English, but they don't realize that a few small habits are holding them back. Let's fix that today. Mistake number 1, relying too much on translation. Every time you translate in your head before speaking, you train your brain to depend on your native language. It's like riding a bicycle with training wheels. You never really learn to balance. To truly think in English, you must trust yourself to form sentences naturally. Repeat slowly. I can trust myself to speak in English. Now naturally. I can trust myself to speak in English. Mistake number 2, trying to make every sentence perfect. When you focus too much on grammar, you freeze. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes. It's completely normal. What matters is communication, not perfection. Repeat slowly. I don't need to be perfect. Now naturally. I don't need to be perfect. Mistake number 3. Fear of making mistakes. Fear is the biggest wall between you and fluency. When you're afraid, your brain shuts down. But when you accept mistakes as part of learning, your brain opens up. Repeat slowly. Mistakes help me grow. Now naturally. Mistakes help me grow. Mistake number 4. Not surrounding yourself with English. If you only use English in class, your brain won't adapt. You need to hear English, read it, speak it, even think in it every day. Make it part of your world. Repeat slowly. English is part of my life. Now naturally. English is part of my life. So remember, don't translate. Don't chase perfection. Don't fear mistakes. And don't limit your English to the classroom. These small changes will completely transform how your brain connects with the language. Next, we'll go deeper into how to train your brain step by step to think naturally in English. Now that you understand what stops your progress, let's focus on what truly works. These are the steps that will reprogram your brain to think in English naturally, without forcing it. Take your time, breathe, and repeat each step with me slowly and consciously. Step 1. Name things around you. In English, look around. Every object you see is a chance to practice. Say its name in English. If you're in your room, think bed, window, chair, phone, lamp. Your brain begins to connect English with real life. Now let's practice. Repeat slowly. I see things in English. Now naturally. I see things in English. Repeat slowly. Everything around me speaks English. Now naturally. Everything around me speaks English. Step 2. Talk to yourself in English. This one feels strange at first, but it's powerful. You can do it while cooking, walking, or getting dressed. Describe what you're doing out loud. For example, I'm putting on my shoes. I'm washing the dishes. I'm making coffee. Each sentence teaches your brain to build thoughts in English automatically. Repeat slowly. I talk to myself in English. Now naturally. I talk to myself in English. Repeat slowly. English is my inner voice. Now naturally. English is my inner voice. Step 3. Use an English to English dictionary. Stop using translators. When you search for a new word, find the definition in English. It may feel harder at first, but it forces your mind to stay in English mode. If you look up excited, you'll read feeling very happy and eager, and your brain connects meaning directly. Without translation, repeat slowly. I learn in English. Not by translation. Now naturally. I learn in English. Not by translation. Step 4. Think in simple sentences first. Don't rush. Start small. If you want to say, I should go to the supermarket to buy vegetables for dinner, begin with, I need vegetables. Over time, your sentences will naturally grow longer and smoother. Repeat slowly. Simple is the beginning of fluency. Now naturally. Simple is the beginning of fluency. Step 5. Create an English inner voice talk to yourself silently in your head, just like you do in your native language. But in English, ask yourself, what should I do today? How do I feel? What do I need to finish? Soon, you'll realize that your thoughts are forming directly in English. Repeat slowly. My thoughts speak English. Now naturally. My thoughts speak English. Step 6. Surround yourself with English. Fluency grows where English lives. Listen to podcasts. Watch videos. Read short articles, captions, or posts. The more your brain hears English, the more it will start to think in English automatically. Repeat slowly. I live in an English world. Now naturally. I live in an English world. You don't need to master everything today. Start with one step. Practice it for a few days. Then add the next. Step by step, your brain will switch. Naturally, let's move to the next part, how to practice. These steps daily so they become a habit that changes your fluency forever. Knowing the steps is powerful, but transformation only happens when you practice them every single day. Your brain learns through repetition. The more often you use English in your thoughts, the faster it becomes your second nature. Here are simple daily exercises that will help you make thinking in English a natural habit. Exercise 1. Start and end your day in English when you wake up. Don't let your native language be your first thought. Instead, greet the day in English. Think, good morning. Today is a new day. I feel ready. At night, before sleeping, review your day in English. What did I do today? What did I learn? What made me smile? This connects English to your daily emotions. Repeat slowly. I start and end my day in English. Now naturally. I start and end my day in English. Exercise 2, the no translation rule. Choose a small block of time every day, maybe 15 or 30 minutes, and decide no translation allowed. During that time, only think, read, and speak in English. Even if you don't know a word, describe it in English. Your brain will start creating meaning on its own. Repeat slowly. I don't translate, I think. In English. Now naturally. I don't translate, I think in English. Exercise 3. Speak aloud to yourself. Take a few minutes to talk out loud about what you're doing. I'm cooking breakfast. I'm getting ready for work. I'm listening to this podcast. It may sound simple, but every sentence builds automatic thinking patterns in English. Repeat slowly. Every word I speak trains my mind. Now naturally. Every word I speak trains my mind. Exercise 4. Think in English during simple activities while you walk, drive, clean, or exercise. Think in English. Instead of letting your mind wander, narrate what you see or feel. The sky is blue. The air feels fresh. I feel calm. Repeat slowly. I see the world in English. Now naturally. I see the world in English. Exercise 5. Keep an English journal at the end of your day. Write just a few sentences in English. It can be about anything, your plans, your feelings, or what you learned. Don't worry about grammar. Focus on expression. Repeat slowly. I write my thoughts in English. Now naturally. I write my thoughts in English. These small exercises take only a few minutes each day, but together they build powerful consistency. With time, your brain will stop asking, what's the word in my language? And start thinking directly in English, automatically. Now, let's move to something just as important. How to stay motivated and overcome the challenges that appear along the way. Learning to think in English is not always easy. Some days you'll feel confident and fluent. Other days you might feel slow, frustrated, or stuck, and that's completely normal. Every learner goes through it, even the ones who are fluent now. The key is not to give up when it feels hard. Let's talk about the most common challenges and how to overcome them, one by one. Challenge 1. You still think in your native language. This happens to everyone at the beginning. Your brain has used your native language for years, so it takes time to adjust. The solution? Be patient. Start small. Think in short English words and phrases. With practice, your thoughts will naturally become longer and faster. Repeat slowly. I am patient with my progress. Now naturally. I am patient with my progress. Challenge 2. You don't know the right words sometimes. You'll want to express something but can't find the right vocabulary. That's okay, don't stop. Instead, describe it with simple English. For example, if you forget the word refrigerator, you can say the cold box where I keep food. That's how native speakers talk too. They use what they know. Repeat slowly. I use simple words to express my ideas. Now naturally. I use simple words to express my ideas. Challenge 3. Feeling like you're not improving. This is one of the hardest moments. You study, you practice, but you don't see fast results. It feels like nothing is changing, but trust me, it is. Every thought you form in English is progress. Every small sentence builds confidence. Fluency is not a race, it's a journey. Repeat slowly. I trust the process. Now naturally. I trust the process. To stay motivated, track your growth. Record your voice once a week. Write small notes about what you can say now that you couldn't before. You'll be amazed at how far you've come. Challenge 4. Fear of speaking with others. You might feel nervous or embarrassed when speaking to someone in English. Maybe you worry about making mistakes or sounding strange. But here's the truth. Everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers. And every conversation is practice. The more you speak, the less fear you'll feel. Repeat slowly. I am not afraid to speak. Now naturally. I am not afraid to speak. Remember this. Thinking in English is not about being perfect. It's about being free. Free to express, to connect, and to understand the world in a new way. Let's close this session with a few powerful affirmations and shadowing. Lines to help you finish feeling inspired and confident. Take a deep breath. You've just learned so much and practiced even more. Now it's time to end our session with a few powerful thoughts to keep your motivation strong and your English alive. Repeat them with me, slowly first and then naturally. Feel the meaning of every word. Let it sink into your mind and heart. Repeat slowly. I am learning every day. Now naturally. I am learning every day. Repeat slowly. I am not afraid to make mistakes. Now naturally. I am not afraid to make mistakes. Repeat slowly. English is part of who I am. Now naturally. English is part of who I am. Repeat slowly. I can think in English. Now naturally. I can think in English. Repeat slowly. I am becoming fluent and confident. Now naturally. I am becoming fluent and confident. You see, fluency isn't magic, it's practice. It's small, simple steps repeated with love and patience. Every thought you build in English, every sentence you repeat, takes you one step closer to the person you want to become. And remember, you are not alone on this journey. Right now, thousands of learners around the world are practicing with you. Each one building their voice, each one thinking in English, each one getting better day by day. So keep going, don't stop. You are doing something amazing. Be proud of yourself. Because today, you didn't just learn English, you lived it. If this session helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Speakeasy English podcast so we can keep growing this beautiful learning family together. Until next time, keep practicing, keep believing, and keep thinking in English. See you soon.